Hey everybody, welcome to the VIP Financial Education YouTube channel. Just wanted to walk and talk with you for a minute. Very exciting day on my end. I'm out in my Colorado property. Gorgeous collegiate peaks behind me here. And as you can see behind me, we've got delivery of the new skid steer. This is very exciting, very exciting. Now this skid steer here is a beast of a machine. Now Kubota does put out some, relatively reasonably priced machines. And what I loved about this is that we were able to finance this equipment, that's right, with just a personal guarantee based on good personal credit scores, with no tax returns, no bank statements, no pay stubs, no soul-crushing underwriting. I'm gonna get out of the wind here, folks. I was able to finance this at 0 down, 0% interest for 3 years. That makes the payment $2,216 per month. Not an inexpensive machine, I'll tell you that. I also have a mini excavator coming from Kubota as well under the same financing terms. I'm gonna actually walk us back into my little man cave to get out of the wind. I actually converted this horse stall a couple years ago into a little sitting area, a little wood burning stove over here, and built these wooden doors, Dutch doors. It's my first carpentry project. I'm pretty proud of it. So anyhow, with the financing of the Mini X, it's gonna come out to be another about a $2,300 or so payment each month. Again, 0 down, 0% interest, great terms. So between the two, it's less than $5,000 per month. On top of that, we need guys to run them. So we've got a couple employees, and each of them make about $5,000 per month. So altogether, we're sitting at somewhere in the ballpark of $15,000 per month if both guys are working full-time with those two pieces of equipment. Now here's the thing. During the busy season in this area and the surrounding where we work, we're anticipating to generate between $20,000 and $30,000 per week in revenues. So after fuel, insurance, unemployment insurance, various payroll costs, all the extras that come along with owning a business, the profit margins are enormous on this. And we're doing it in spite of everything else going on, in spite of banks failing. And what I wanted to talk today about is that with everything happening, and even though interest rate increases have sort of stalled out and there was even a dip after Silicon Valley Bank went out of business this week, we're still moving forward with various investment and business decisions. It's very important that we don't stall out on the sidelines, especially when some of the best opportunities come about. They just might be a little bit harder to find. I never expected to be in a sewer business. And here I am, right? 2 and almost a half years later, we're going stronger than ever and having our best months of all time, expecting those months to now get into the $200,000 or even $300,000 per month range. So there is a lot of opportunity here. You just have to be willing to open your mind to it. So let's talk about these interest rates because it is important to know what is expected. So with the recent failures of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, which resulted in regulators taking action, it would seem to be significant breakage and reason for the Federal Reserve to back off of its inflation fighting efforts. According to Wall Street's collective wisdom, however, despite these events, markets still expect the Fed to continue to raise interest rates, and traders have even assigned an 85% probability of a 0.25 percentage point interest rate increase when the Federal Open Market Committee meets later this month in March. Now, Goldman Sachs does not expect any rate hike increase this month in lieu of everything happening with the banks. Most other Wall Street forecasters predict 0.25 point moves, followed by a few more in the future actually this year. Now, Goldman Sachs is predicting that the Federal Reserve will not raise interest rates in March. However, they are anticipating a 0.25 point increase in May, June, and in July. So be prepared for that possibility. Goldman's reasoning is that the Fed is prioritizing financial stability as an immediate problem over high inflation, which they view as a more medium-term problem. The possibility of delaying a rate increase will likely be discussed at next week's meeting, where the FOMC will also be updating their projections for the future regarding GDP, unemployment, inflation, etc. Now, market analysis suggests that the Fed should communicate their decision to the market ahead of time in order to avoid, potential fear or uncertainty along the way. Now, according to Citigroup economist Andrew Hollenhorst, pausing rate hikes right now would actually send the wrong message to the market. as the Fed is aiming to establish itself as an inflation fighter right now. And Fed Chair Jerome Powell, he has said repeatedly that the central bank will be sticking to its current course of action until it sees significant progress towards achieving the 2% inflation target that they've been promising for so long. Citigroup forecasts the Fed is going to be raising the benchmark fund rate to a target range of between 5.5 to 5.75%, significantly higher than the current market pricing is. Bank of America remains watchful for any signs that the current banking crisis is spreading, and that could obviously affect its forecast. However, as Powell emphasized, the Fed's outlook for monetary policy is always data dependent. The Fed is going to receive its final look at inflation metrics this week with the release of the February Consumer Price Index and the producer price counterpart, and one-year inflation expectations reportedly plummeted during the month, according to a New York Fed survey. So there is a lot of uncertainty in the market. What does this boil down to for you? In my opinion, again, it comes to the idea that you are going to have to determine your own fate here. What if the rates do go up? What will you do? Have a game plan in place for whichever direction things go. If the rates don't increase, I think there are just more opportunities available. If the rates do increase, then you take action on that game plan accordingly. For us, it's not stopping anything. And the fact that the Fed is raising the interest rates does not change the fact that companies like Kubota are out there offering 0% financing for 3 years. It doesn't change the fact that I can put a collection of ingredients together to make a recipe that can produce 6 figures monthly on items that might only cost me a small fraction of that. So my profit margins can be quite strong. Profit margins are the same as cash flow. This whole channel is about cash flow, folks. And if you want to increase yours, if you like the idea of going further, faster financially, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Please drop a thumbs up. YouTube has been hating on us this year, and I don't know exactly why yet, but the algorithm does not seem to be tailored to our channel just as of yet. So we're trying to break out of the YouTube jail. And the way we do that is by getting your involvement, your interactions. Drop some comments below. Where do you think the interest rates are heading? Will it affect you? What game plans do you have in place? Are there any exciting new prospective ventures that you're going to be pursuing like I am? I've got 2 startup companies underway right now, and definitely not slowing down. If anything, speeding things up, but with a much higher level of anticipation and just really trying to plan things out as best as possible and mitigate that risk. I am a conservative person overall. While I'm a chance taker from the entrepreneurial standpoint, I don't do that lightly. I don't take chances lightly. I'm always looking at the worst case scenario and working my way backwards from there in order to make sure that I'm as safe as I possibly can be. So I'm looking forward to seeing your comments, guys. Again, any thumbs up or likes that you can give helps us put these videos out in between taking delivery of brand new heavy machinery. So I'm going to get out here with the expectation of that mini excavator coming any moment. And I appreciate you guys checking out this video. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, make it a great day today and keep on cash flowing. See you soon.